Bob Hope was a world-famous American entertainer and comedian known for his many contributions to the U.S. military and lifelong support of American troops. In this video, we're taking a look at what Bob's daughter Linda had to say about her father's military connections. Stay tuned as Facts First presents Bob Hope's daughter confirms his true feelings about the military. He wrote thousands of heartfelt letters to the troops. Bob Hope came to be known for many things in Hollywood. Throughout his 80-year career, he appeared in more than 70 short and feature-length films, 54 of which he starred in. But to those who knew him best, Bob Hope's best remembered as a proud patriot who never forgot about the brave souls who served their country. He was known for sending countless letters and care packages to military personnel in combat zones and other overseas locations. The letters were often personalized and intended to boost the morale of the troops and show they were appreciated and remembered. The care packages typically contained food, toiletries, and other items the troops needed. Hope was deeply committed to supporting the troops and wrote thousands of letters throughout his life, often in collaboration with the USO. He was known for his quick wit and ability to connect with military personnel, and the letters he wrote often reflected this. While he never served himself, he always felt a strong connection to those who did. The letters he sent were a great source of comfort and encouragement to the troops and helped lift their spirits, especially in difficult and dangerous conditions. Linda Hope, Bob Hope's daughter, has spoken extensively about the letters her father wrote to military personnel in combat zones and other overseas locations. In her new book, Dear Bob, Bob Hope's wartime correspondence with the GIs of World War II, Linda and her co-author, family friend Martha Bolton, praised Bob's efforts to support the troops. Linda recalls how her father would spend countless hours reflecting on the sacrifices that America's servicemen and women made in defense of their fellow citizens. She said the letters he wrote were a source of profound comfort and encouragement to military personnel, especially those in difficult and dangerous conditions. She's further described the letters as a testament to her father's dedication to the military and his commitment to boosting morale and lifting the spirits of troops in the field. Linda has also spoken about her father's broader efforts to support the military, including his USO tours and other public appearances, and has said he was deeply committed to giving back to those who served. She's praised her father for his generosity and his unwavering support of the military, and has said his letters and care packages were a symbol of his appreciation for the sacrifices they made. Speaking to Fox News, Martha Bolton noted how at the height of World War II, Hope was receiving 38,000 letters a week from active duty and veteran military personnel. Unlike his typical fan correspondences, these were letters written to what Bolton describes as their buddy, pal, and almost father-like figure. Hope had a uniquely deep connection with these people in ways that went far beyond any kind of typical celebrity-fan connection. To them, he was like a member of their family, and he felt the same way. To Hope, his country's service members were his closest family beyond his flesh and blood. Linda has fond memories of growing up and witnessing the collection of letters that her father would receive in multiple boxes quickly grow over the years. He could have simply hired someone to handle them for him or simply ignored them, but he saw it as his duty to give them the care and consideration they deserved. After all, they were willing to put their lives on the line for the sake of their country. The least he could do was send them a friendly reminder that their efforts were appreciated and deeply commendable. He and Linda enjoyed a close relationship. Bob Hope had a close relationship with his daughter. Over the years, Linda has frequently spoken fondly of her father in interviews, describing him as a loving and supportive parent who was always there for her and her siblings. Bob Hope was known for being a dedicated family man and for prioritizing his family despite his demanding career as an entertainer. He and Linda had an especially close bond, and she was often by his side on his USO tours and other public appearances. Throughout his life, Bob was deeply devoted to his family and valued his relationships with his 4 children. He had 2 sons, Anthony Tony Hope and Kelly Hope, and 2 daughters, Linda and Nora Hope. Bob Hope's wife was Dolores Hope, and they were married in 1934. They remained married until Bob's death in 2003. Dolores was a singer and actress and often performed with her husband and appeared in several of his films and TV shows. They were together known for their philanthropy and charitable efforts. Dolores passed away in 2011. Bob Hope's USO legacy is heartwarming. Bob Hope first performed for the U.S. military during World War II, and he continued to support the troops throughout his life. He made numerous USO tours to entertain military personnel in combat zones and other overseas locations. He performed in some of the most dangerous war zones, including Vietnam and the Persian Gulf, and he became known as the Ambassador of Goodwill to American troops. Bob Hope had a deeply personal connection to the military, as his brother served in the Royal Canadian Air Force and his son Tony served in the U.S. Army during the Korean War. Hope was especially known for his iconic USO performances, which included singing, dancing, and comedy routines. He was likewise known for his quick wit and ability to connect with military personnel, and he was widely appreciated by troops for his efforts to lift their spirits and boost their morale. His USO career had a lasting impact on American culture and the military, and he remains a symbol of support and appreciation for military personnel. His contributions to the USO and support of the military were widely recognized, and he was awarded numerous honors for his efforts, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the Congressional Gold Medal, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars National Citizenship Award. He was an inspiration to Marie Osmond. Marie Osmond, the American singer and actress, has spoken extensively about the influence that Bob had on her career. As a young performer, Osmond was inspired by Hope's talent and his dedication to entertaining military personnel through his USO shows. She has said that Hope was a role model for her and that she learned from him the importance of giving back to others and supporting those in need, especially military personnel and their families. Throughout her own immensely successful career, Osmond has continued to be inspired by Hope's legacy. And just as he did, she has often performed for military personnel through the USO and other organizations. She has also been involved in various charitable efforts and has used her platform to raise awareness for important causes, following in the footsteps of Bob Hope and his ceaseless commitment to giving back. In addition to performing for the troops through the USO, Marie has been a longtime supporter of the Children's Miracle Network, a nonprofit organization that raises funds and awareness for children's hospitals. She has been involved with the organization for more than 30 years and has been a spokesperson and ambassador for the cause. Marie has also been an advocate for adoption and has adopted 8 children, 5 of whom were adopted with her first husband, Stephen Craig. She has used her platform to raise awareness for adoption and has spoken out about the importance of finding loving homes for children in need. Additionally, Marie has been very open about her own struggles with depression and mental health, and she's been an advocate for mental health awareness. She has spoken out about the importance of addressing mental health and has encouraged people to seek help and support. Marie's charitable efforts reflect her commitment to giving back and supporting those in need, and she continues to be an advocate for important causes through her work and public appearances. If Bob Hope was still alive today, no doubt he would be very proud of what she's managed to accomplish, especially for the troops and those less fortunate. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that Bob Hope spent so much of his time writing letters to active duty and veteran service members? Let us know in the comments section below.